For our next video entertainment, edutainment I might say, we are going to take the same data that we have broken up by categorical variables, and we're going to split it up using the numerical variable of age. So, to make the pivot table, we're going to select a cell, any cell inside the data. Let's pick that one, and click on Insert, and then click on Pivot Table. The data is automatically selected. It says stacked data from A1 to D7987. That's the correct range. Put the pivot table on a new worksheet and click OK. We get this. I'm going to make it a bit bigger, up to 150% here so that you can see it. All right, for this little activity, what we're going to do is we're going to put a couple of categorical variables in the columns field. So let's put gender. Drag gender over to columns. And there you can see we have females and males. And then let's put education in the same columns field there. So gender and education, and see what we get. Okay. Now over here, we're going to drag age into the rows. And once again, we're going to put the earnings per hour in the values and right click and say, give us the averages. Value field settings and click on averages. Now this is I've already done this once, so it's defaulting to what I'm going to show you in just a minute, but this is the way it would look if you did it on your spreadsheets. Now, what do we notice here? Number one, it looks kind of messy because we've got too many decimals of precision. So I'm going to click there, Shift Control right arrow, Shift Control down arrow, and I'm going to go to the Home button and format everything as currency. Makes it look a lot better. In the textbook that you've read, the numbers may actually be only to one decimal. So that there's no confusion, I'm going to put it at one decimal, even though in the States we usually use 2 decimals. So there it is. But what you notice is there are 60 some odd different numbers of the ages. These aren't the actual, this isn't the way that you would want to see it. So what we can do is we can start to group these a little bit. As a matter of fact, if you just wanted to look at this and see how things are shaping up, you might want to try this. If we can click on Insert and come over here to where it says Pivot Chart right there, and click on Pivot Chart and say, show me a line graph. Actually, here's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to take into account the I'm not going to take into account the education level yet. I'm just going to click on the, where is it? Field list. There it is. If I click on field list and say get rid of education for now, drag it back up here, then I just have females versus males in the various age groups. So now if I click on Insert, Pivot Chart, and ask for a line chart, I can see an interesting little line graph that shows the fact that when people first start out, it looks like women are slightly better paid than men, just slightly, when they first start out. However, you find that over time, there is a difference between males making more money than females. So, the gap persists along all ages and widens for higher ager groups. Perhaps this is due to older employees having forged their careers in an earlier generation, when gender pay differences were tolerated, of course. Now, the data cannot tell you whether this is the reason or not. But we do see that there is a great deal of erratic up and down movement in the chart. One way to remove this noise is to group the ages instead of all of the detail of what is it? From 21 to 62 ages, we can group them, and this is how you group them. Come over here and pick one of the cells in the age column, and then right-click and scroll down to the word group, like this. If you click on group, you get the chance to put in numbers for starting at, ending at, and by. The defaults here are starting at 21, which that's the smallest one, and ending at 62, that's the largest one. But we're going to group them by decades, so 10 years. And when we click OK, we see that we go from 21 to 30, 31 to 40, 41 to 50, etc. And the chart looks a lot smoother. And so some of the detail is lost, but we see, obviously we see the trends. Now, if you don't like the grand total there, you can right-click on it and say remove grand total. And then you just have a simple chart with the age groups and the male and female. All right, that's one way. The next way we're going to look at is going to add a little calculation of our own. So that'll be in the next video.